Saint Louis Maria speaks to us of devotion to the Blessed Virgin in terms of a perfect and entire consecration, consisting of giving oneself totally as a slave of love to Our Lady. It is a true totus tuus, strictly speaking. Now, this implies a complete surrender, without any exception, of all that we are in body and soul, and possess, both externally and internally. The object of this delivery, therefore, encompasses the following realities: the body, with all its goods, and the soul, with everything it can somehow possess. We entrust it unreservedly to the care of Maria, who is able to dispose of everything as her own thing and property. Nothing escapes her lordship. House, family, economic resources, merits, graces, virtues, satisfactions, etc. This immolation that we make of our whole being to Jesus Christ at the hands of Mary may seem excessive to some and not very advantageous to others. Indeed, would it not be unwise to abdicate so radically even the value of our simplest prayers? The answer is found, of course, in the pages of the Gospel. In the parable of the prodigal son, in fact, we see how excessive attachment to oneself and one's possessions, in a word, the inordinate desire to be master of one's own nose, invariably leads to the most abject of slavery, that of a creature rational, called to share in the holiness of God Most High, subjected to irrational creatures. That ungrateful son, after squandering so much of his father's fortune, ends up with nothing, envying the washing of the swine. It is only in renouncing the false autonomy of a life turned in on itself that he, recognizing before his father that he is not worthy to be called son, receives the best garment and the most precious ring. This is what we do when we consecrate ourselves to the Blessed Virgin. We recognize ourselves as sinners, less than servants in the Father's house, slaves to vices and sins, and we give her all our goods so that she can take care of them and use them as she sees fit. Thus, there is no danger of losing everything through our folly, since the Virgin is very prudent and the best of administrators, nor of being left with nothing, since, as a provident mother, she will never leave us without what is necessary. By putting everything at her disposal, we gain the assurance that we will not lack anything, because she, being extremely fair, does not squander, but uses what is offered to her in the best possible way. She will guard our body, in health and in sickness, with all its members, and she will never refuse to show her mother's affection to those who are entrusted to her as slaves. We further consecrate our soul with its faculties, intelligence and will, and all our virtues, natural and infused, as well as sanctifying grace, the favors we receive from God, the gifts of the Holy Spirit, the meritorious, satisfying, and impetratory value of our lives, good works. Nothing, therefore, stays with us. Everything we own becomes hers. Whatever we do, we must do it for her, and with a view to pleasing and serving her well. The soul that is thus consecrated no longer has the right to dispose of anything that is hers without Mary's permission, since everything, without any reservation, has been entrusted to her.